Do you know the real reason why Palestine and Israel are fighting so bad over the land area they currently do? In this video, I will explain the real cause of the issue. First, let's look at some backstory so you can grasp what I'm telling you. The real cause of the issue is this. The Quran has bended one important fact about the true inheritors of the land of Canaan. I will be trying to explain this as simple as it can be. In the Old Testament, Abraham was ordered to sacrifice his own son, whom he had received as a promise by God. Before the sacrificial request, the Lord had already foretold that the descendants of Isaac, Abraham's and Sarah's child, would inherit a land flowing over with milk and honey, but that they would be slaves in Egypt for 400 years first. After this, the Lord tested Abraham if he believed, and requested to sacrifice his son on the altar. Abraham was going to go through with it, and when the Lord saw that Abraham really trusted the Lord, an angel stopped Abraham, and the son was freed and got to live. After this, the original promise of God came to pass. Isaac had 2 children, Jacob and Esau. Jacob wrestled with an angel of the Lord one night until dawn, and the angel asked his name. Then Jacob answered, "Jacob." Then the angel said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Jacob had 12 sons, which became the 12 tribes of Israel. The descendants of Israel was in Egypt for 400 years as slaves, and then was taken out by Moses after 400 years had passed, just as the Lord had spoken. After this they later inherit the land of Canaan, which was the land area that the Lord gave to the Israelites. Now here is the twist. Let's go back a little. During the time Abraham was promised a child, before the child was born, the child didn't seem to come. Sarah, Abraham's wife, was starting to get old, and Abraham was starting to doubt. This is when Sarah came up with an idea. She said to Abraham that he might have better chances producing the child that was promised with his maid Hagar. Abraham did, and Hagar bore forth a child with Abraham which they called Ishmael. God saw what idea Abraham and Sarah had gone through with, and said in Genesis 17:19, "Sarah, your wife, will give birth to a son for you. You will name him Isaac, and I will confirm my covenant with him and his descendants as an everlasting covenant. As for Ishmael, I will bless him also, just as you have asked. I will make him extremely fruitful and multiply his descendants. He will become the father of 12 princes, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant will be confirmed with Isaac, who will be born to you and Sarah about this time next year." The descendants of Ishmael is today the Muslims, and the descendants of Isaac is today the Israelites. In the Islamic faith, the roles of Isaac and Ishmael is switched. The Muslims believe Ishmael was the promised child of Abram, and they believe also that it was Ishmael who God asked Abraham to sacrifice on the altar, not Isaac. So they have completely switched the 2 names. Now, this explains why the Muslims think that the promised land flowing of milk and honey, which location is carefully described in the Old Testament, belongs to the Muslims. It is because they think that the promises was for Ishmael's descendants, and not Isaac's. This is the true reason they fight over the promised land of Canaan still today. But the book of Genesis, which these promises first was written down, have not only been proven to be written down, but have also come to pass, long before the Quran was even around. It makes therefore no sense at all that a book surfacing thousands of years later and are not specific on which of Abraham's children were the true inheritors of the promised land of Canaan, suddenly suggests it was Abraham's first child, Ishmael, which God said clearly in the Old Testament, was not the promised child whom the Lord had foretold Abraham would have with Sarah, but was Abraham's child with the servant Hagar, whom Abraham and Sarah was trying to help God fulfill his promise with. In the next video, I will show you what the Kaaba is all about, and I will also reveal to you a well that is located just 20 meters away from the Kaaba, which is linked to the mother of Ishmael, Hagar.